Well, happening today, conspiracy theorist and Infowars host Alex Jones will be back in bankruptcy court in Texas. He is set to ask the judge if he can liquidate his media company and other assets in an effort to pay the $1.5 billion he owes the families of Sandy Hook for calling the 2012 school shooting a hoax. NewsNation's Stephanie Haynes joining us live from Texas with the details. Stephanie, could Jones be forced to sell Infowars?
Natasha, good morning. That is absolutely a possibility. And to think that this brand that he's built here in Texas for decades could no longer be his is sort of a stunning thought. And the sale of it, Natasha, wouldn't even be in his control. It would be the control of the court. The other thing that is interesting is based on court filings, even if he did sell Infowars, if he did sell his media company or his supplement company, that wouldn't even make a dent in that $1.5 billion in damages that he owes the families of Sandy Hook. So remember back in 2012 in Connecticut, a gunman killed 20 elementary students and 6 teachers and staff. And then Jones went on his show and peddled lies repeatedly that the shooting was fake, that it was a hoax. So the families of the massacre sued for defamation, and not one, but 2 juries put him on the hook for a grand total of $1.5 billion. So since then, Jones has admitted that the shooting was real. In 2022, he filed for bankruptcy. He lives here in Texas. He has since sold his ranch, but he still has his house. And he has recently, Natasha, gone on his show to host these emergency broadcasts just to explain what a dire financial situation that he is in. And he vows to continue to have a show. So in theory, even if he has to sell Infowars, he could start a new show. But whatever money he makes from that, Natasha, he's going to have to continue to pay the families of Sandy Hook for a really long time.
And Stephanie, meanwhile, what are the Sandy Hook families saying about all of this?
Yeah, and this has been understandably a very long and tough road for them, but court filings show that this is something that they are in agreement with Jones on, that he should be able to liquidate his assets and sell everything. And I want to read a statement from the attorney of some of the families. He writes, quote, Alex Jones has hurt so many people. The Connecticut families have fought for years to hold him responsible, no matter the cost, and at great personal peril. Their steadfast focus on meaningful accountability and not just money is what has now brought him to the brink of justice in the way that matters most. So, it's going to be a really interesting day in court here in Texas, Natasha. That hearing is set to start at 10 a.m. local time. And typically, Alex Jones will speak to the media either before or after. So it'll be sort of interesting what he has to say and what comes out of this hearing today.
I know Natasha. You'll be monitoring it for us. Stephanie Haynes with that live report. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.